What's good, Fight Family? So we got the boxing match of the decade about to go down September 13th in Las Vegas. We have Terence Crawford going up against Canelo Alvarez for all of the belts at 168 pounds. Now let me tell you what I know, not what I heard. There is only one way to experience this fight in Las Vegas, and that is by choosing On Location. On Location is the fight's official VIP experience provider, and they've got the ultimate all access pass to witness the fight. From the best seats in the house to exclusive meet and greets to even getting your photo next to the ring and next to legends. This is how you do fight night right, and this is how you do fight night big. VIP ticket packages are almost gone. Click the link in the description of the video to lock in your spot today. Terence Crawford has responded. I know people have been waiting for this response. He's responded to the sparring picture that went out of Jaron Boots Ennis and Canelo Alvarez. He's responded to people saying he's too small. He's responded to people saying he's the underdog. He's also responded to how he's going to be able to take Canelo's power by moving up in weight. So let's go through what Terence Crawford said for everybody out there that's doubting him in this fight. We getting closer to the fight, so we ready to start cooking a little more on this channel. Now, I know people come to the comments mad. It's okay, it's just a fight. You're not fighting, I'm not fighting. We just want to see a good matchup between Terence Crawford and Canelo Alvarez. And you all already know I got Bud. So one of the first things that I want to address, Terence Crawford said, this is one of the first camps where he did not have to decrease the weight he was lifting for his strength and conditioning because he's not having to cut as much weight. Translation: Terence Crawford is going to come into this fight much stronger. He's going to come in filled out. He's not having to go down to 147 pounds, even 154, and then scale off the weight that he's lifting, which in turn is inevitably going to cause him to lose strength. For anybody that, even if you bodybuild, you don't even have to box. Anything you do where you have to lose a significant amount of weight, that impacts your strength. For those that disagree, maybe you have not competed in something that requires you to use performance, or maybe you haven't had to lose a significant amount of weight, but that's just the science right there. Next up, Terence Crawford is standing on stage. He's up there with Steven Nelson, Lester Martinez, guys that are much bigger than him that fight at 168 pounds. And he's telling everybody, I'm used to sparring bigger guys. I've been getting hit by bigger guys. So him getting hit by Canelo Alvarez is not going to be a shock to Terence Crawford. I know people want to believe that Bud won't be able to take Canelo's punch, but he has been getting hit by bigger guys. And Canelo is not a knockout artist. He's just not. The last person he knocked out was Caleb Plant. Since then, it's been a while since Canelo Alvarez has got a knockout. Then I also want to address something that Bomac said because, I love when Bomac talks because he just tells it just like it is. He said that Canelo later in fights, he starts to slow down, which is the truth. He's always slowed down later in fights, except for when he was on clenbuterol, facts only. That power starts to slowly wither away. Not saying he's not powerful, but he has to slow down later in fights, and that's when Bud is going to capitalize. And everybody's saying, well, Canelo's power, and Bomac made a great point. It's something that I've been saying all along. Timing beats power. The punches that hurt the most are the punches that you do not see coming. Terence Crawford is going to hit Canelo Alvarez with punches that he does not see coming. That is what the difference in the fight is going to be. Now, me saying these things, I'm not downplaying Canelo Alvarez. A lot of Canelo fanboys like to downplay Bud's accomplishments in the sport and say, well, Terence Crawford hasn't fought anybody. Well, he was undisputed at 140, 147 pounds, champ at 35, champ at 54. So he fought who the champions were in those divisions. So if you still say he hasn't fought anybody, well, he fought the best people in those divisions. We'll leave it at that. And like Terence Crawford told Canelo, well, I'm fighting you now. So we can say that I'm finally fighting somebody, I guess. As the fight gets closer, I see the animosity building up. But that's what's going to make for a great fight. So I still have Terence Crawford winning. And I'll be honest, I've been hearing a lot of people, more people say they're either switching now and going for Canelo because they saw him sparring with Boots, or the people that were on Bud are now saying they think that he can stop Canelo. Now I'm sticking with what I've been saying on the channel. I have Bud winning by decision. I think it's going to be a 8 rounds to 4, 7 rounds to 5 type of fight. But Bud is going to have to make it decisive to get the judges to give him the win in this fight, because it's going to be extremely hard to beat Canelo in Las Vegas. There's a lot on the line with this fight. And honestly, I'm thinking, like, for boxing purposes, is it better that Canelo wins if Canelo is going to stay in the sport, considering he's the face of boxing? Is it good if Bud wins and he potentially retires? I know people are saying, like, Bud said he's going to retire after this fight. Actually, what Bud said was it might be potential for a rematch. Like, who knows if he was serious or not, but I'm sure if the money was right, he would come back and do it again. But I think people are severely underestimating Terence Bud Crawford. Let's put it like this. These guys that are on the pound for pound list, when they go up in weight, like Alexander Usyk, for example, Naoya Inoue, Terence Crawford, the skills make a difference. Now, the only thing with Bud is he's going up to fight Canelo Alvarez, another pound for pound guy. So he's going up against another very skilled guy. Not saying anything to downplay Canelo's skills. I just think Bud can do more. I think the only advantage Canelo has on Bud is going to be his power. I think Bud's footwork is superior. His ring IQ, he's going to figure out Canelo. He's going to figure out how to time him, figure out what he likes to do. And I think Bud has been watching Canelo for a while. I don't think Canelo was necessarily watching Bud with intentions on fighting him or trying to figure him out, because he was a much smaller guy. But I do think that Canelo is taking this fight personal because of the people he's sparring with, which is good because, like Bud said, he doesn't want there to be any excuses after September 13th. Every time after Bud wins a fight, there's always an excuse. It never fails. So now that Canelo has Boots in sparring, and everything he had, there's no rehydration clause. He can come in at whatever weight. All of the advantages are on Canelo's side, and Bud is like legit got his back up against the wall. But I think Bud is gonna come out on top like he always has. Every time people doubt Bud, he proves them wrong time and time again. And what better way to prove people wrong than beat the face of boxing and then just ride off into the sunset? So we got the fight coming up very soon here. Let me know you all's thoughts on, the interview that Bomac had, the interview that Bud had, and Bernie the Boxer gave a fabulous, not an interview, but a live on his channel where he just keeping it real. I like when he talk because everybody's talking about the boot sparring. Even I did a video on it. You got people still commenting on the video saying, well, there's nothing wrong with boot sparring Canelo. And I literally said that in the video. So when you all watch these videos, try to listen to what is being said before you comment, because I'm literally saying that in the video, like, this is going to help Boots. Boots has a fight coming up. He fights Lima in October. He fights Virgil Ortiz next year. He's supposed to spar Canelo. He doesn't have any loyalty to Terence Crawford. He's not a part of his team. This is about the sport. This is about being great. You're going to do whatever is going to be better for your career. All right, so let me know down below what you all think about what Bud said, what Bomac said. And then also, as we get closer to the fight, are you all still on the Bud train? Are you on the Canelo train? Let me know down below. Be sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.